Well, hello everyone. Welcome to 2021 to the 43rd episode of Geeks of the Roundtable. Happy New Year. And of course, things don't change sometimes and not changing things. I am not alone today. I'm joined by my friend Zack Pope. How you doing, Zack?
I'm good, man. I'm ready to talk whatever we must talk on today's show because pretty slow week except for the DCEU.
Yeah, I was surprised at how little news were
But
available.
you know what's going to happen today, right? You know what's going to happen.
Something's going to break later today after we finish the show. Something's going to break.
The biggest thing. It'll be Toby and Andrew are confirmed. It'll be let's see what else could be. It could be Zack Snyder lied and he's actually doing another DCEU film.
That would be amazing. So, Men of Steel 2 gets officially announced, keeping with the DCEU theme.
Will it ever be announced at this point, though?
Ever? Yes. I believe there's a chance.
With Cavill?
Yes. I believe there's a chance. I'm not saying 100%, but
I hope you're right, man.
I believe it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We have we have like 4 topics, I believe. We have 4 topics today, all DCEU related. So we're gonna fly through them because we want to get to talking with you guys, talking about what do you want to talk about, you asking us questions, because God knows you guys over there need some relaxing. So let's just get to it, Zach. Michael Keaton, there was a lot of confusion. You were really happy about this. I know. That he was supposedly announced as the main DCU Batman, and that is not the case, ladies and gentlemen. That is not the case. In fact, the person who broke this came to relay the information that, yes, he is going to be in the Flash movie, but even this person who broke the news that he was going to be in the Flash movie, he has no idea if we're going to get Michael Keaton beyond the Flash movie. It's been confirmed as well that Ben Affleck will be replaced by someone as the DCEU Batman, but that person will not be Michael Keaton.
So let's talk about that real fast. So I think they're gonna do Batman Beyond. I really think they are. I think they've looked at it, and I think it makes the most logical step to go in that direction if you want to continue the Batman character. Plus, why bring Keaton in for one film? Why bring him in for one? I get it would be fun and stuff like that, and we're going to play with around the multiverse, and I'm telling you right now, we're probably going to get Nicolas Cage as Superman as well. I mean, how much of your life will be made if he shows up in the Superman suit?
I'm not, honestly, I love the documentary that John Schnapp made, but I'm actually not a big fan of the ideas that were floating around for that movie. So it will be really cool because I love Nicolas Cage.
Me too. Have you watched the Swearing Show yet?
I have. I finished all yesterday. It's 6 20-minute episodes, so it's
they're good. I haven't watched them yet, so
they're really good. They're really good.
But
even though "damn" is not a curse word, that's the final episode. It's damn. Damn, it's not a curse word. It's not.
It's not as satisfying, like saying "fuck" or something like that. But and that's my thing. Like, I do see Keaton coming in. I just see him doing Batman Beyond. I really do, because that's something that they've been trying to get off the ground for like years. And if you're gonna do a character with that, it's Batman Beyond. Ben Affleck, I'm more on the route that I wish they would just say recast, be like, this is the new Batman. Same character, same all of this, same continuity. It's just a different actor playing it. I wish they would just do that. Have they ever done that?
And that's what they're gonna do. And that's what they're gonna do. They announced that they're going to do that. Like the person that came out with the Michael Keaton thing, he said there will be a DCU Batman, except Ben Affleck will be replaced. It just won't be replaced by Michael Keaton. It will be someone else.
See, that's just my thing. The wording makes me think that they're just going to do a different version of Batman.
No, I think it's going to be the same Bruce Wayne that Ben Affleck played.
I hope you're right. That's what I want. Who would you want to see play him? For me, I got one. I have one.
Go ahead.
John Hamm.
He's good. He's a really good fit, actually. I'd go for he's done with Marvel, so I'd go for Josh Brolin.
Brolin's good too, man. Brolin's good too. But you don't know, he might be coming back as Cable.
That's true. That's true as well. But two franchises at the same time. It's not like he's playing Thanos.
That's true.
So I think he could. I think he could do both Batman and the Cable. All right. So overall, I think I like this because I don't want Michael Keaton to be the DCU's Batman. Fun that he's going to be in the Flash, but that should be it.
So, and how do you think they write out? Do you think we see this new Batman in the Flash film?
The guy who's going to replace Ben Affleck?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
I think it's going to be Ben Affleck, and then whenever they do the next DCU Batman movie, it's just this guy, and that's it. They don't make a big deal about it.
They say this is like going to be a great farewell for his character, and he has a short role in it. So I'm wondering what happens to his character. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think anything happens because I think in universe nothing's going to happen to him. Just in the next movie, he's going to be played by a different actor, but it's the same character. So
I will say this though, I'm really happy they're keeping Matt Reeves as separate for now. Now. That's the key word, for now. Because now they have the whole multiverse stuff like that. And we've seen on set, certain things that could relay that maybe there are more heroes in that world. I'm about to say Matt Reeves' universe is going to be like the fucking coolest thing in the world.
I'm with you. As long as they keep it separate, I'm with you. All right. So overall,
if they get the chance, they'll do Crisis on Infinite Earth.
Please don't. Please don't.
They will.
But anyway, Zach, are you overall knighting this or sending it to the dungeon?
I'm gonna knight it. I'm interested to see what they do. Think they could go back on their words though. If Keaton comes out and they're like, "This is the best thing in the fucking world," you know what I mean? Like, this is the coolest thing. Like, everyone's freaking out about it. They could sign him back on and be like, "Hey, again, I don't know. I'm gonna knight it because I'm interested. I just want the DCEU to have that actual schedule. Like, hey, this is what we're doing. We're gonna stick to it and not be reactionary.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want."
All right. On to our second topic, and that is that WWE. Jesus Christ. That would be interesting. WB has signed DC President Walter Hamada to multi-year extension. In other news, water is wet. Zach, you sent me this headline, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I didn't know his contract was about to expire, but this doesn't surprise me whatsoever because they're winning. Ever since he took over the DC, overall, they're winning. How are you feeling about this?
I mean, I wasn't shocked.
Yeah.
Ray Fisher's now not coming back. That's a big thing. Which here's the thing. It does suck because I loved Ray Fisher in the Cyborg role. Mm-hmm. And it sucks that we obviously don't know everything going behind the scenes. That's just the truth. We don't. There's always going to be issues on every single set, movie, legal issues. So I'm sad, but at the same time, like, I get why Walter Hamada is coming back because ever since he's taken control, it's been like a complete 180 for the whole for the whole universe in general. Because he came on after Justice League, right?
He officially came on before, but at the time.
He hadn't touched Justice League. Though.
Yeah, he had no
first film
say
in Justice League, man, right?
I think so. Like, he officially took over. Justice League was about to come out, so he came in before. But at that time, he couldn't really do anything about Justice League, whether for good or bad.
Which sucks. But yeah, so he has Aquaman under his belt, Shazam, Wonder Woman 1984. I feel like I'm missing another Birds of Prey. Which again, I still contend Birds of Prey would have made a lot more money if it wasn't for the pandemic already starting. But,
yeah, I'm with you, and it's funny because I'm super happy that he's staying. But now that you bring up the movies that are under his belt, I love one of the movies under his belt. Like, I think Shazam is just all right. I think Wonder Woman 1984 is just all right. And I didn't like Birds of Prey. So it's weird. I'm in a weird position that I'm super happy that he's staying on.
Different because I've immensely enjoyed each film he's done. Because the thing I'll say is that he kind of gives the directors free realm. They're all different. They're all different.
That's why I agree with you, but it's funny that I agree with you because I haven't liked most of the films.
Mm-hmm. But and what's he have coming out next for a DC? Would Batman be a part of his? Oh, Joker! Joker was a part of his.
Another movie I didn't like.
So, And that's the thing. I thought it was okay, but so that's the thing. Batman's under his lineup. Suicide Squad's under his lineup.
Yeah, that's true. Black Adam,
Shazam 2, Aquaman 2.
Aquaman
He
2,
was the one that greenlit Wonder Woman 3.
Yeah, and also he's the one that made the Snyder Cut official.
That is true. And you know what? Here's the thing. I think he knows as an over thing, like he knows how to make money. Let's just give him that. He knows what he is to make money.
That's true.
So and that's my thing. Like so obviously you haven't been a big fan of a lot of his films. So I'm curious to ask you, which of those new films coming out do you think you will be most disappointed by? And be honest. Like you just think that like it looks amazing, it sounds amazing, but when you watch it, you're gonna be like, "Fuck."
Well,
I have my theory. I think I know which one you're not gonna.
By default, if you ask me which one I think I'm going to be most disappointed by, I think I have to go with the one I'm most excited for. That is the one that it could be a really good movie, but because I'm so excited, the contrast will be that big. I gotta go with Black Adam.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was gonna be one of mine. I also think Suicide Squad's gonna disappoint you.
Maybe
just something deep down tells me. Even personally for me, I'm psyched. That's one of my most anticipated films for this year. Part of me thinks that too. And I believe in James Gunn. I love James Gunn as a director.
Mm-hmm.
It's just there's something that like I'm so excited for the film, so I really hope it's good. And Warner Brothers has to have hope in it too because they greenlit the spin-off show, and it's gonna film and be pretty much made before the movie.
Peacemaker.
So I don't know. As long as the Batman doesn't suck. If the Batman sucks, I'm gonna go into isolation for a couple of years.
Same. All right. So overall, I'm knighting this as well, Zach, because again, it's a funny position to be in because I don't like most of the films they've made while he's in charge. But I'm super excited for this because, like you, I see that he gives the directors freedom and it allows the movies to have different identities.
Yeah. So I'm gonna knight it as well. Makes sense. I don't know why. Again, we don't know everything behind the issues that we hear that Ray Fisher talks about.
Yeah.
If more of that stuff comes out, then maybe we will decide not to like Walter Hamada, but we're judging just based on the movies he's done and the deals he's done. Overall, you and me just want a better structured DCEU.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really hoping that they maybe finally do have a plan for that. But I also don't mind if they just keep it separate. I just want to know what's coming out. I mean, that's the way I sit. Like, I don't want to go see a Shazam 2 and be like, this could be it for Shazam. You know what I mean? Or Black Adam as well. Like, I don't want to go see Black Adam and be like, oh, that's it for Black Adam.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know that I'm getting a fucking sequel. And I've been scarred too many times. I mean, that's my thing. Batman v Superman, Man of Steel. I've been scarred by those because I wanted a fucking sequel. I want that film. And like Wonder Woman 1984, I watched that thing and I'm like, I won't be shocked if they make the third one. But I will be like, I wouldn't be also shocked if they said, oh, we're not making another Wonder Woman. You know what I mean? Like, and that's my thing. So let me get this straight. You guys can make Wonder Woman 1984. But we can't get a Man of Steel 2.
Yeah.
No, that's just the truth, though. Like, now I'm like, you can make that campy 80s feeling superhero film, which I loved, but not a campy, fun, down-to-earth Superman film.
Don't make a down-to-earth Superman film.
Well, no. But, like, the hopefulness that he brought out about the end of Justice League, he really felt like that's the next Superman I wanted to see. Man of Tomorrow. Yeah. Bring it now.
All right. On to our penultimate topic, and we talked a little bit about this character, but it has been confirmed that Cyborg, as played by Ray Fisher in Justice League and Justice League the Snyder Cut, has been written out of the Flash movie. And in all honesty, whether this whole Ray Fisher situation versus WWE is a thing, Jesus Christ, WB is a thing or not, I really don't care for the character of Cyborg. I don't care about him in the comics. I don't care about him in the games. I don't care about him in the TV shows. I didn't care about him in Justice League, and I like Justice League. So it's not a loss for me that he's not in the Flash movie. It's nothing against Ray Fisher. I'm just talking about the character. I don't care for the character.
You could change after the Snyder cut.
Maybe, but that would be still, even if I do change my mind, that would be the one version of the character that I do care about.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. I'll even agree with you. I've never been a big Cyborg fan either.
Yeah.
Honestly, my favorite interpretation might be the Teen Titans show. And that's just because, like, and especially within the last 10 years, I feel like they've really much been pushing Cyborg heavier. Like, even in the Injustice video games, like, I'm like, why is I don't want to play a Cyborg, like, at all.
Yeah.
So, and that's my thing.
Don't you like him in Doom Patrol?
I do like him in Doom Patrol, but again, to be honest, he's not my favorite character. Like, that's just, like, when it comes down to that whole squad of people, he's my least favorite character. And that has nothing to do with, I think, performance-wise, I'll be honest, he's probably the best actor in there. Like, to be flat out honest, besides Matthew Boomer, he's literally probably the best actor in there. But it's just, I've never really cared for the Cyborg character, and I really wish I would. Maybe there's a comic book line I'm missing. Maybe there's something like this. But Flash movie not to feature Cyborg, and knowing Ray Fisher isn't coming back, all I can say is I hope Ray Fisher, he's a great actor. I hope he gets something big. I hope, I want to see this guy working with a Steve McQueen. I want to see this guy working with a Jordan Peele. I want to see him go out in that route. That's what I want to see him do. I don't care if he does this superhero stuff. For all we know, we could see him in the Marvel. We could see him be in the MCU soon.
Yeah.
And I could see him being in there. Who knows? Maybe he's in the next, I don't know, Ant-Man the Wasp or Black Panther or Captain Marvel. Who knows? Secret Invasion, maybe. I don't know. But I'm wholeheartedly, it sucks, but I think this opens him up. I think this whole lawsuit and everything's kind of behind him. He was very vocal about it, and I think hopefully studios come out and support him still. That's the thing I hope. But again, we don't know everything behind the scenes. I mean, that's just the honest truth. We don't know, but he seems like a down-to-earth guy. He really seems like a down-to-earth guy. And I'm excited to see where his career goes next. And Cyborg character, if we don't see him for another 10 years, I mean, that's fine. How about we just get another Man of Steel or Martian Manhunter or Ren, there's also this other character with a green ring, that for some reason they just can't make a movie.
Supposedly has a show coming out on HBO Max.
Apparently. But wasn't that announced like 2 years ago now?
Yeah, but that's DC for you.
Do you think it actually happens?
I think so. I think so, because slowly, very slowly, in fact, but surely they have been given a few updates here and there.
God, I hope so.
I don't think.
Why do you launch a streaming service without any big news shows like that? That's just my personal opinion. Like, I don't know.
No, I'm with you, man.
Like,
honestly,
Disney launched with Mandalorian, right? And here's the thing: I'll defend HBO Max is seriously one of the best. Like, besides them taking stuff off, it's still probably the best streaming service out there. Like, hands down, I use that one more than anything else now.
Wow.
And if they just had that original content, like, I know they have the Game of Thrones, the Westworld, they brought in all that from like HBO, but like, if you bring in maybe your DC, who didn't think the green light a Harry Potter show?
Because I think it's because they got Fantastic Beasts going on right now that they haven't greenlit a Harry Potter show.
I guess. I don't know. Just stupid.
All right.
Hire us, not Walter Hamada.
I'm going to knight this again because I don't feel anything is lost with Cyborg not being in the Flash movie. I don't think the Flash movie needs Cyborg. There are much more interesting characters to have in it. So I'm good with this. How about you, Zach?
I'll knight it too. Again, in the camp though that Ray Fisher gets more jobs in Hollywood. That's the only reason I'll knight this, because I do want to see him do more.
All right, before we move on to our last main topic, remember to start sending in your questions if you haven't yet. And remember to like this video and share with your friends and enjoy the geeky community and the Roundtable, because it helps the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. And also you can listen to us on Spotify and iTunes. All right, our last topic. Zack Snyder was being interviewed by someone. I don't remember who. I'm sorry. But he was being interviewed and he confirmed that he's not coming back to DC. He didn't
Now,
say anything
as of
about
now.
as of right now. Yes, anything can change, but right now he is not coming back to the DCU. There's no plans to have him back, whether for Man of Steel 2, whether for Justice League 2, whatever. So enjoy the Snyder Cut because we're not getting a Justice League 2. Yeah, he's not coming back. There's no more Snyder verse of the DC verse in the multiverse. How are you feeling about this, Zach?
I believe this when it happens. I did that, to be honest. The Snyder Cut comes out, it's super successful. You're going to tell me they're not going to be like, hey, Snyder, how would you like to do part 2? In animated form, in live action, with different actors. Maybe you want to just do Man of Steel 2. I'm telling you, I ever since Electro came back, I'm open. Anything can fucking happen now. The fact that Electro and Ben Affleck, the fact that those two, one being I'm never coming back, I fucking hated my time and experience, and then another one being one of the worst comic book films of all time. The fact that both of them are coming back for separate things makes me just open to anything. But also I wouldn't be shocked too if the DCEU decides, we don't want Zack Snyder anymore, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. I'm excited that he's getting this cut. I'm excited we get to see this version. I just know he said in that same interview though that all the cliffhangers are the same.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you, man. I wouldn't mind seeing him back. I think he has distinct look and style to him, and I like, if not love, most of his films. I hate Sucker Punch. That's it. Apart from
I
that,
don't mind Sucker Punch, but but here's the thing. It's my least favorite film by him, but it's a great film to put on in the background and just have play.
Yeah. But yeah, it sucks that he supposedly is not coming back. And I don't know. I if we do get a Man of Steel 2, I would really want it to be him. If he doesn't come back for a Man of Steel 2, it's that thing. I would really prefer him to do it, but I can see a Man of Steel 2 being done by someone else. However, if they do decide to make a Justice League 2 after, and if the Snyder Cut is successful, that's really one very specific film that I don't see anyone else doing Justice League Snyder Cut 2 if Snyder doesn't. So for now, as you said, it's not a sure thing. Anything can change. Anything can happen. You gave quite some few good examples of that. So for now, I am sending this to the dungeon, but I am giving it an appeal if anything changes in the future.
I'm with you on that. And for me, I gotta say this: I absolutely hate how nowadays we can't just be like, I like a Zack Snyder film. I hate a Zack Snyder film. It's such a visceral thing.
Yeah.
Because and it sucks because I know when we watch the Snyder Cut, if we watch it and we don't like it, or there's things that we don't like about it, even if it's the tiniest thing, we could absolutely have a blast with it, but have one small issue, someone will fucking tear your head off.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for our main topics. Let's move on to your questions. We got 2 super chats. Thank you so much to Max Bolton from the UK, who just sent in £1 to support the show. Thank you so much. And Eric Thorpe, great fan of the show, constantly here thank you so much. I've always wanted Justin Theroux as Batman, but thought he was too old. But if we were to replace Ben Affleck's version, he would be the perfect age. Now, I am not the biggest fan of, he's a great actor. I just don't see him specifically in Batman. I haven't seen that show. I want to see it. I don't see him as Batman. But if they announced him, I certainly wouldn't be against that choice. How about you, Zach?
I'm same vein as you. I do not see him as Batman, but if they announced it, I'm open to it. I was one of the only people in the world who was excited when Ben Affleck was casted. I literally said, "Holy shit!" That you and me, literally, I think you, me, and John Campion were the only ones going.
And Snap, the king of sweat.
Like, because we knew, like, the honestly the most exciting thing when Ben Affleck got announced, I was like, he's gonna be fucking directing the solo film. That was my first thought. I was like, directing the solo film, and he just came off an Oscar win with Argo. So it's like, which I love Argo. I don't know about you. I know Argo's iffy for some.
Oh, Argo is fucking awesome.
Argo, go fuck yourself. My grandma used to say that ever since she saw the film. But yeah, dude, I love Argo. I love Ben Affleck, but Justin would do good. I'll be honest though, I think Justin would do better playing a different character in that universe than Batman. That's just my opinion.
But to Eric's point, he would be like the perfect age.
He would be, but that's also why I said John Hamm. I think John Hamm is the perfect age, perfect look. Kind of even looks like another version of that Ben Affleck. Like,
yeah, that's why I said Josh Brolin as well. I think those two, specifically Josh Brolin and John Hamm, I think they're naturally more bulky, and I just have this vision of Justin Theroux where he's either thin or he's really in shape or ripped, not like a huge dude. But I'm sure he could get that done. He's a Hollywood actor. So yeah, and once again, thank you so much, Eric, and thank you so much, Max. All right.
Great question, great suggestion.
All right, let's go here to the beginning. Have you seen La Casa de Papel? Have you seen it, Zach? It's called Money Heist in English. It's on Netflix.
My dad watches it. I don't.
Okay. I don't watch it either. There's an actress in it that I love that I know from a Spanish show as well from a few years ago, and she's going to be in the Snake Eyes movie.
I'm actually optimistic for that film.
I'm cautiously optimistic. I haven't seen anything, which worries me. GKOP is here. Dude, Man of Steel 2 will not happen. That was Batman v Superman. No, that was Batman v Superman, not Man of Steel 2. Joe Fletcher, do you think Morbius will be delayed again?
If we don't see a trailer, it comes out in March. If we don't see a trailer by March? Yep. If we don't see a trailer in 2-3 months, no, it'll get delayed. There's no way.
I'll tell you this. Give it one more month. So let's say February 7th, exactly a month before my birthday. And I can see one more delay. Because they just put one trailer out. They delayed it once immediately, like almost.
The movie's done. The movie's done.
Yeah, the movie's done.
Just because what was it? What they said was, we are not releasing a movie until it's 100% occupancy.
Yeah.
So like, let's look real fast, because I'll go down to March and see. So like in March, that's when the big films start coming out. So we have Chaos Walking, Raya and the Last Dragon, The Kingsman, Many Saints of New York, Morbius, and that's it. Yeah. So Raya, we already know what's going on with that film.
Yeah.
Chaos Walking, they'll throw that in the fucking theater.
They'll throw it in theater or on VOD directly.
Kingsman, don't be shocked if it goes to Hulu. I'm being straight up honest with you. Do not be shocked if that goes to Hulu.
Kingsman, don't be shocked if it gets delayed again.
Or that. Many Saints in New York, we already know is going to HBO Max and theaters, so that one will get delayed again. Morbius is the last one of that. Oh, shit. You know what else comes out in March? Holy fuck.
What?
There's a particular Nicolas Cage film called The Unbearable Weight of a Massive
Oh my god, yes.
The Tarantino one.
Yeah.
Dude, do you know who else is in this film?
No, who?
Pedro Pascal, Tiffany Haddish, Neil Patrick Harris.
Barney Stinson himself. That's awesome.
Okay, so I'm going to be flat out honest. That movie will not go in theaters. That'll be a VOD film.
Yeah. Morbius, I think it gets delayed. Zach, if it gets delayed, when do you think it will get delayed to?
Let me look at April real fast. So April's No Time to Die, Mortal Kombat. This is back to back, just so you know. A Quiet Place 2, also that same week of A Quiet Place 2, Last Night in Soho, and that same week, The Asset, Martin Campbell's new film with Samuel L. Jackson. So I don't see it going to April. May, you have Black Widow. Nothing really after Black Widow till Godzilla vs. Kong and Free Guy and Spiral all come out the same day. But then there's that rumor that Spiral's coming to Hulu. So We'll see if that's true or not. And then Fast 9 and Cruella are at the end.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say it gets delayed to either of those. But
I think I think it takes Venom's spot.
When's Venom?
Oh, or actually, I think it'll take Ghostbusters. It'll take June's.
Yeah, no, I was actually gonna say if it gets delayed to like October or something.
So the thing that I understood is that something happens in Morbius that ties into Venom.
I know they're gonna delay Venom as well. I'm not saying otherwise.
Oh, okay. Because so what? I think maybe they pushed to June 25th because that's when Venom's supposed to be out.
Yeah,
and then Venom goes back to October or something.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Dominic Scott is here. Thank you. What are the HBO Max DC shows that are coming out? As far as I know, it's just the Green Lantern show, supposedly.
Well, it's Peacemaker.
Oh yeah,
the Gotham PD one, Green Lantern, and then there's apparently a Catwoman one.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But that's it.
Oh, have you heard that Robert Pattinson is considering quitting because he's having problems? No, that was debunked. That was a rumor that came out, and apparently it was debunked. So don't pay any attention to it. But it didn't start with "We Got Discovered," but it started with someone else that I don't know.
Grace Randolph, though.
Maybe. I don't know if we're still talking about the same thing, but John Bernthal would be a good choice to replace Ben Affleck. Stephen Amell, I don't think so. A bit too young. And the fact that he played Arrow just doesn't help. John Hamm, Leo DiCaprio would be good too. I don't see it happening whatsoever, but visually it would be good.
I gotta be honest. I think Leo will never do a superhero film unless it's a small role, like a super duper small role. And that's why I think I actually do. You know how like they're talking about like Doctor Strange multiverse might open up and see Tom Cruise as Iron Man. I think if we're gonna see Leo, he'll play Spidey for like the slightest, smallest little thing.
Honestly, I could see him playing a villain or even a hero character, but in like Matt Reeves's Batman, like in that solitary universe where there's no connectivity whatsoever. I've
always wanted to see him play the Riddler, but I know we got Paul Dano in that. So.
Yeah.
If we were to let him play one Batman villain, who would you want him to play? In Matt Reeves' world. Well, in theoretical, we'll do Matt Reeves.
Because I do prefer Jake Gyllenhaal as the Joker in that world, I'm going to say Leo would be a great Two-Face.
Okay, so that's what I was thinking, but I really want John David Washington as Two-Face in there. So if we're going to go, I'm going to say this. I think Leo could pull off Mr. Freeze.
I honestly don't see it, but he's Leo. He'd make it work. I wouldn't be happy like at first. I'd be like, oh, okay, but then he'd make it work. Honestly, he's Leonardo DiCaprio.
I think Leo could kill it as him, or now hear me out. Now I know he's older, but if we were taking the DCEU, not connected to Matt Reeves, Red Hood, man, I think he would fucking.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Oh fuck! You,
I don't like it, man. I don't like it. I'm sorry. Red Hood needs to be much younger than Batman. Real James is here. Thank you for being here, brother. Jacoby P. Stuart Keating. I have high expectations for Suicide Squad 2 because of James Gunn. Same with me. Jacoby P saying, going back to the conversation of Walter Hamada, really just Wonder Woman 1984. I didn't like under his belt. The rest he really likes. He likes Aquaman, Shazam, and Birds of Prey. Joe Fletcher, who do you think survives the Suicide Squad? Harley Quinn for sure. Bloodsport for sure. Polka Dot Man survives because this is a movie directed by James Gunn. Anyone else directing this movie, Polka Dot Man will die, but I think he survives because it's directed by James Gunn. I want Captain Boomerang to survive.
I don't think he does.
Who else?
I think Nathan Fillion dies.
Oh, for sure. He's a friend of James
Gunn. Nathan Fillion dies. Javelin dies.
Yeah, Michael Rooker dies.
I don't think Savant dies. I don't
Dude,
think Savant dies.
He's a friend of James Gunn. He's dead. He's
I don't
gone.
think so.
He's
If we're
gone.
talking Mongol, I think dies.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Weasel or King Shark? One lives, one dies.
Weasel dies. King Shark's gonna stay, dude. People already love King Shark.
Yeah, but people also love Weasel too. Maybe they both live.
Yeah, but
the Thinker, I don't think the Thinker lives till the end.
The Thinker is probably the villain.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Ooh.
Because I know you don't like spoilers, so I'm just
no, I don't.
So I'll leave it there. I also think I don't. That's not saying who I think is gonna die. I know. I don't think Thinker's the actual villain. I have a pretty good understanding of who is. My wholeheartedly opinion. Pete Davidson's also gonna die. Blackguard. But this is my thing. I've always said this. I think the opening act. I think they'll land wherever with this bigger group of Suicide Squad that we've seen on that beach scene, and I think that's where a majority of them die. I think a majority of them die. Yep, I think a majority of them die.
The vibe I got was that was like either second or third act climatic.
Oh, I think that's right in the beginning.
Okay,
and I think that's my opinion or my theory. But I think in that scene, Rick Flag dies, Captain Boomerang dies. I think anyone else from that original team dies besides Harley Quinn. Mongol dies, Javelin dies, TDK dies, which is Nathan Fillion's. Blackguard dies. The rest all live for the rest of the film. And people might die along the way. Mm-hmm. The theory also on this is I'm also placing how many people have been seen on set and stuff later down the road.
All right. Where do you think the Batman will land on your Batman ranking? It's too soon to tell. I think number 3 behind Batman Begins and Dark Knight. Yeah, for me, it's too soon to tell. I got no idea. But the competition really, for me, is where does it land amongst the Nolan movies? Because I don't like the Tim Burton movies. I don't like the Joel Schumacher movies. So, yeah. How about you, Zach?
It'll be the best one.
All right. GKBP, after watching Man of Steel, I don't want to... How dare you, sir? How dare you not want another one? Stuart Keating, I haven't loved any DCEU films, to be honest. I like Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Wonder Woman, and Shazam, kinda. The rest I skip. Watch Aquaman, dude! Aquaman's so good!
Aquaman's so fun.
Yeah, but I feel the same way Stuart does about Shazam. Shazam, it's kind of cool. The thing that frustrates me about Shazam is that the family drama element works so well, and I really didn't give a shit about the superhero side of it. And this is me speaking. I'm the superhero dude.
You're fucking insane.
I am, but that's unrelated to my feelings towards Shazam. I'm insane for other reasons. All right, GKOEP, not even in Teen Titans, the cartoon, did you care for him? I fucking hate the Teen Titans cartoon, dude. It's abhorrent.
Fuck off.
It's horrible.
No, it's not.
To watch. I'm not attracted to funny superhero stuff usually, like all-out comedy superhero stuff.
Are you talking about Teen Titans Go or Teen Titans?
Both. I don't like either.
Did you actually watch a majority of Teen Titans or no?
I didn't watch the majority. I tried to get into it, and I didn't. And then when Teen Titans Go came around, I was just like, Jesus fucking Christ.
So let me tell you this. The show starts that way, but it actually gets like legit serious.
I believe you, but I can't spend my time watching it. It's the same way why I didn't watch anything past the first episode of Breaking Bad. Because I watched the first episode of Breaking Bad, didn't care for it, so I didn't continue. Teen Titans, I watched like 5 episodes, I think, and I just couldn't get into it. What else we got? Why? Oh, okay. Are you ranking the Zack Snyder films when Army of the Dead comes out? This is for you, Zach, because I don't do rankings.
Sure. Can we get a release date on that? Because I'm gonna need to prep because there's like 2 films of his I haven't seen in forever.
Which ones are those?
Dawn of the Dead, and the Guardians of Gahul. And I guess I need to see Sucker Punch again, but I already know where that one's going to be at.
All right. Joe Fletcher, do you think DC should make a Nightwing HBO Max show? Do I think they should make one? No. But do I think they could make one after they present a Nightwing, maybe in their next DCEU Batman movie? They could. They could. I'd be much more interested in a Nightwing movie. Why not? If you're going to do anything with Nightwing that he has a solo thing, why not do a movie? I get that you can very well do a show. You don't need a movie budget or whatnot, but I'd be much more interested in the movie. How about you, Zach?
Same as you, man. I don't want to see a show until he's debuted somewhere else.
All right. Eric Thorpe says he really doesn't like Sucker Punch, like myself. Do you think we will see a Solo 2 as a movie or Disney Plus show? Honestly, and I hope I am wrong, but I don't think we'll see either one. I don't think we see either one.
Can I be honest with you? I think we do see it as a show, but it's not a Solo 2. It's just
but then it doesn't count.
No, and I get that. That's just I'm just and I think that's a way to bring Alden back still, because I liked Alden in the role.
I know, and I agree with you. I think we can see a Kira show, but specifically a Solo 2 movie or a continuation of the movie as a show solo, I don't think we see it.
Can I tell you one thing? You know what the worst thing about Solo was?
What?
The direction. It was so bland. Like that's the one issue I have with that film.
That's a weird way to pronounce the droid played by Phoebe Waller-Bridge, but
fuck off.
That's god awful. That was not funny.
I'm gonna buy you a toy of that droid and send it to you.
And I'll give it to charity.
Fuck off. You'll keep it.
I will keep it because I will have spent no money on it. So
that's I want you to put it in your background.
All right. No worries. For me, the DCU has gotten better to an extent ever since, I'm assuming, Walter Hamada took hold. I want most specifically focusing on Crimson Dawn and Kira's the main character. We're all there. Stuart Keating, what are your thoughts on Whiplash 2014? It's fucking amazing. That's what it is. One of the most visceral, passionate pieces of filmmaking I've ever seen. How about
my coworker and me were? But I love this film too. My coworker and me were talking, and she goes, "Dude, my boyfriend loves La La Land. He's so into jazz music and stuff." I'm like, "Has he seen Whiplash?" She goes, "No. What is that?"
What is that?
And then I have to remember that like we're movie nerds, so I was like, I explained it to her, and she goes, "Holy shit, how has he never seen it?" So she texted him. He goes, "I have no idea what that film is."
Mm-hmm.
His life's about to be changed forever, though.
Stuart Keating has a good question. Subbed or dubbed? Talking about anime. Speaking of anime, second season of The Promised Neverland just started. An anime that I reviewed the first season of last year.
You gave it a heavy good review too,
dude. It's so good. You got to go in blind. That's why I want you to watch it like ASAP, because otherwise it'll get big and everyone will talk spoilers. And I want you to.
It's not that big yet, right?
Exactly, but before it does get big. But second season started. 95% of the time subbed. 1,000,000%. Always subbed. But there are exceptions. I think the Yu-Gi-Oh anime works much better in English. I think the Pokemon anime works much better in English.
So that's what I want to agree with you on that. I think it depends on. It literally just depends. How do I put it? It depends on the voices. It really does. And some subbed and dubbed is very much changed. I put it this way: One Piece dubbed is better than subbed, because they actually the dubbed, they change what's tiny details of certain characters, and it's like, fuck you.
One Piece is one I just can't get into it, so I can't agree or disagree when it comes to the sub or the dub. But I believe you.
I gave up on it. Okay. I mean, it used to be one of my favorites, but that's a show that should have ended like a long time ago.
Gico EP, do people still care about Morbius? LOL. I'm kind of with you, dude. I didn't care for I love the character in the comics, and I love his little run in the Spider-Man the animated series in the 90s. But I really didn't care for the trailer. The perception that I got when the trailer came out was that everyone didn't care for it. Of course, when I say everyone, I'm exaggerating. There were a few people here and there that liked it, but overall, I don't think the trailer had a good reception. How about you, Zach? Do you still care about Morbius, or is it more of a, no pun intended, morbid curiosity thing?
I have never cared about this film. Now, when I watch that trailer, I'm like, oh god, this looks. And then I see, oh, Michael fucking Keaton. I did a trailer reaction to that, dude.
True.
And in the reaction, I'm sitting there and I'm like, it's all right, it's all right. And dude, right there, I'm like, Michael fucking Keaton's in this. What the fuck?
That was,
you know, you see the Spider-Man thing, you see that, and I'm like, okay, I get it. But Michael fucking Keaton, literally the only reason.
I'm with you there. That was the only thing in the trailer that got a reaction out of me, because the rest of the trailer was just like, it's a trailer. That's for sure. All right.
Not a good trailer either. No. You know what? Let me put this. I think Morbius will be a fun throwback comic book film. Like something from the early 2000s. It's fun to watch. It's fun to see him murder people. I only want to see how they connect it, because for me, just seeing Sony still trying to do this universe is what makes me just wake up in the morning and think I have a better life going on.
Yeah. They're stubborn, man. They don't give up.
Let me see that Olivia Wilde Spider-Girl film.
Yeah. Joe Fletcher, have you seen the series of Unfortunate Events show? I watched the first season, and then I started the second season. I must have watched like the second, third episode, maybe, because I love Neil Patrick Harris. That's why I started the show. And then on the second or third episode of the second season, I was like, what's the point of this? And I realized it was one of the things. I realized I was not getting anything out of it. I was not enjoying it besides the performance of Neil Patrick Harris. I just couldn't get, like, what is the point of this story, of these characters? Like, what are the goals and their objectives, and why? And so I just dropped it, honestly. Probably it has the greatest third season and series finale ever, but I didn't see it. How about you, Zach? Have you seen it?
Dude, same as you. And you know what's funny? I love the books. I read every single one of those books, and I watched the first season and was like, God, this is really good. And then a second season came out, and then a third season came out, and I never watched them. And part of me was just, in the moment, I didn't care to rewatch it. I was actually thinking about this a couple days ago, how I do want to finish that show, because I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it overall. It wasn't a bad show. It was really well made. It was good. I just, when it comes to priority stuff, I would rather watch My Hero Academia and focus on that than that show. Because I'm doing the 365 movies a day challenge, so I've been watching a movie every single day since January 1st. So I'm barely watching these shows. Like last night, I watched Inside Llewyn Davis for the first time.
Ooh, what did you think?
I fucking loved it, masterpiece. Yes, dude. I sat there and I went and watched interviews with the Coen brothers afterwards. And one of my favorite interviews was like the first drafts of the script. It was a movie about nothing. So we added the cat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, smart stuff. Dude, Carey Mulligan. Yeah. I didn't even notice that was her for a while. Oh my God. So good. Justin Timberlake's good in it. Adam Driver, dude, his singing, like that little, like the thing about this film is, I put it off for so long. Like I've owned it since it came out on Criterion. I put it off for so long because I love Oscar, but I thought it was going to be a more slower, somber, not as funny as many Coen brothers scripts are, because they're a hilarious duo. But goddamn, is that a funny script? Mm-hmm. That is a really funny script. Everything with John Goodman and Garrett Hedlund, like in the car, like Oscar's like, what did I get myself into? I think and hands down, my favorite thing about the film is how it's about a guy who's not trying to make it big. He's just trying to make it along. Like he's just trying to live, and his life
wants to survive.
Literally, and that's like when he's just trying to get a little paycheck from his like producer or whatever. He goes, "I'll give you my winter coat." No, I don't want your fucking winter coat. Yeah. And then like the whole thing with the abortion stuff, like And I love how he's trying to get money from Justin Timberlake, the husband or whatever to this girl.
Yeah,
pay for it. It's fucking great. I loved it. I loved it. But yeah, so I watched that. I watched Spirited Away. I watched Herself, which we talked about a little bit, which I liked. Little cliche, but I thought her performance was great in there.
Yeah,
I watched Soul again, showed the girlfriend that.
Nice.
And she didn't love it, but that's okay. She told me, we talked about it afterwards. She goes, I liked it. She goes, it just didn't hit me. And she goes, I think it's because I've like some personal reasons. She goes, I just think that's why it didn't affect me as hard. And I was like, I get what you mean. And then I watched Avengers Endgame with my family, which I have a vlog for that up right now. And then The Wolf of Wall Street was how I started off the year.
Alrighty. Let's continue. Ugo is here. Thank you for being here. Eric Thorpe, do you think Martin Campbell will be brought back to usher in the next 007 actor as he did so fantastically for both Brosnan and Craig, arguably the best Bond movies ever? I disagree on the best Bond movies ever, sir. Well, not on Casino Royale.
Is my favorite.
I don't disagree on that one. There's the second best for me. Honestly, no. But I could see them bringing back a Bond director for the next Bond movie, whether that is Cary Joji Fukunaga or even Sam Mendes, even though he went out on a sour note, kind of, even though I personally like Spectre. I don't see Martin Campbell specifically, but the idea of bringing back a former Bond director, that's cool. I like that idea. How about you, Zach? Do you see Martin Campbell or any other former Bond director?
I wouldn't be against it, but I would rather someone new comes in to bring in the next era. And I gotta say, I got two in mind, man. I got two directors in mind, and I'm like, wouldn't be shocked if either one of them said, "Yeah, I'll do it." The number one is Christopher Nolan. I would not be shocked if his next film is a Bond film. I think Tenet speaks for itself. He has spoken that he would love to do a Bond film. I think it's more of just he wants full creative control, though, and that's the only thing. The second director I have in mind, and I think you're really gonna like this choice. It's Alfonso Cuarón.
Okay. That wasn't the one I had in mind, but I do really like that. One I have in mind, and half the people watching are going to love the idea. The other half the people are going to think it's kind of similar to what he's already doing, which is a fair assessment. But Christopher McQuarrie would be amazing for a Bond.
You're not wrong on there. You're not wrong. I love Christopher McQuarrie. To be honest, though, once he's done with Mission Impossible, I kind of want him to go back to a smaller film.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I'm feeling with him. I like when directors go back. That's the same thing with Nolan. To be honest, his next film I would prefer to be a smaller thing of the prestige, like in that nature, but probably won't be.
All right. Jacoby P, what are your hopes for the new Fantastic Four if they use Peyton Reed's idea but with John Watts' direction? No, they should use my idea, the one I gave here on this show as we pitched the MCU movies. I gave the best idea possible. Actually, that's not true. I gave an idea for Ant-Man 3, not Fantastic Four. I am not familiar with what Peyton Reed's idea is, but I would like the first act to be them in the 60s. They do the whole experiment, blah, blah. It goes wrong. They get trapped in the negative zone, which in the MCU will be inside the quantum realm. And then they are brought back, but they are brought back in the 2020s, in the present day. However that happens in the Ant-Man Quantum Mania. Which, by the way, if you look at the Quantum Mania for Ant-Man and the Wasp, it's the same font and design and colors as the Fantastic Four logo. So, come on, not even trying to hide it.
You think they show up in there, right?
Post-credit scene, but yes.
So I'm going to ask you one thing. Do you think they can get away with it without anyone knowing what the actors are?
Can. I think they can. I don't know if they will, but I think they can.
Okay. Because, I mean, I'm looking at the logo right now. It really does. Because
it's
rumored
Jonathan, screen.
It's rumored Jonathan Majors is supposed to show up in what's it called in
Loki. Oh, in Loki, yeah.
He's in this for sure.
Look at that.
I don't think he's the main villain though. I don't think he's the main villain of this.
No, for sure. Because Ant-Man dies if he goes against Kang the Conqueror. GKOP, I'm just going I'm just going to take your question off the screen for a sec. There we go. Bring up the Fantastic Four. It's over there as well. There we go. Look at that. Come on. Don't pretend it's not the same. Don't pretend it's not the same, because it is. It is, my friends. It is the same. But Zach, what are your hopes for the new Fantastic Four? Like, they use Peyton's idea, but what's his direction?
I don't care. I really just want a good film. And either director, I like John Watts. I want to see what he does without Sony involved, to be honest with you. Yeah. I want to see him just straight do an MCU film, and I think he'll kill it. I really do. I think he fits in the style and tone, but I think he will thrive. But do we know if he's writing the script for this?
I don't think they mentioned like whether yes or no, but I would think so.
Did he write the Spider-Man ones?
I think so. I mean, I don't think he wrote them alone, but I think he wrote them. I'm
going to look it up real fast while we're doing this. Let's see. Writer. He wrote Homecoming. He didn't write the other one.
Okay, didn't write Far From Home. Okay.
And then right now it doesn't say that he's on Fantastic Four writing.
All right, doesn't say either way.
Yeah, they don't have a writer yet. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. They just announced it.
All right. But yeah. All right, Joe Fletcher. Which villains would you like to see in Batman 2 or 3? Clayface and Mr. Freeze. Those are the villains I think would be great. That we haven't seen yet. Like, we have seen Mr. Freeze, but come on, we haven't seen Mr. Freeze. How about you, Zach?
Clayface and Mr. Freeze. You already took them out of my mouth. But I will say I want to see Poison Ivy in this world too.
That would be great. Joker, Leo would be a great anything. That is very true. If you took 3 actors from Kobakai to the MCU or DCEU, who would they be? Only you can answer this one, Zach.
Okay, I gotta look up the IMDb for Cobra Kai.
I know Peyton List from Jesse from the Disney Channel is on there. I know William Zabka and Ralph Macchio are in there.
Okay, so Zabka and Macchio. Okay, so Zabka, I would put in the. I'm gonna be flat out honest. Put Zabka and Macchio and Shang-Chi just as a little cameo thing.
That's cool. That's cool.
But I'll say this. I wouldn't mind Zabka being like not a henchman, but like the sidekick to whoever the Mandarin or some shit like that. You know. I mean, Kreese. Why wouldn't I want Martin Cove to come back and be some badass military leader in fucking the MCU? I don't know, man. To be honest, out of all them, Peyton List and Zolo, I can't pronounce the guy's name. The guy who plays Miguel, the main character. I think they would kill in either or. I could actually see the guy who plays Miguel though play a Robin type character. And Peyton List, I could have actually seen her being Cassie Lang.
Oh, that's cool.
But
that's cool.
That's really it.
All right, Eric Thorpe. Wait, so you don't like the Joker movie, Ren? I don't. I think it's a well-made movie for the most part. I think it's a movie that you look at it, yeah, this is well-made. This is overall a solid, good movie. But I personally don't like it. Like, I will never watch it again. I watched it once. I reviewed it. That's it. So yeah, it's a weird relationship I have with that movie. Ryan O'Toole is here. Thank you for being here, Ryan. GKOP, if Ren met Margot Robbie in real life, she would file a restraining order against him because he'll just keep following her. That's not true. I'm a sweet, respectful guy. I would freak out a little bit if I ever met her, but if she told me to step away, it would hurt me, but I would step away. I would like if Harley is the only survivor. That would be fun. I wouldn't mind that.
It could be, but I don't want King Shark to die.
Me neither. Where are we? Holy shit. How do you think the MCU handles Deadpool 3 if it gets announced? It has been announced, but it's not going to be in the MCU, which I'm really happy about. I don't want it to be in the MCU. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think it fits. So
I think he can reference. I think Deadpool himself can reference that now he's owned by Disney.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, why am I not in that universe? But I think that's just jokes. My personal thing, just keep Deadpool 3 going in the same trajectory they wanted to go from the start.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'll tell you this, and maybe this is unpopular opinion. If I don't get the characters from Deadpool 1 and 2, like the Vanessa, like I think Vanessa's the best part. I think that relationship is the best part. If we don't get the Vanessa, the Domino, the Cable, mostly Vanessa for me, because I think she's such an important character to that Deadpool that we now know and love.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't get that, like if that time travel stuff at the end of the second one doesn't keep her alive, I'm done. That's just fucking stupid.
All right. Jorge is saying here that the new Suicide Squad movie is a prequel. It's not, as far as I know.
How would it be a prequel? Harley never joined.
Yeah, that's true. Who do you think they'll? Do you think there'll be a Comic-Con virtually probably this year? If it happens, I think it will be virtual. At least like the Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con. I think if it happens, it will be virtual. How about you, Zach?
I need to see. I mean, they're gonna do something virtually, but I gotta be honest. I wouldn't also be shocked if I don't know. I'm being too optimistic. I wouldn't even go. So, yeah, it'll be virtual. There's no way. Do it like DC Fandom. Just do it like DC Fandom.
Yeah. Eric Thorpe to GCOVP. I think that would be the case if any sane male or female into women met Margot Robbie, which is true. It's true. To be honest, all of them, and then Waller drops the idea until Enchantress comes in. Yeah, but apparently it's not a prequel. I didn't have that impression whatsoever. Eric Thorpe, yeah, but Ren is a special case when it comes to her. Where are we? Where are you? Best Legends of Tomorrow member. Well, honestly, it was Rip. No, is that his name? It's not. Hang on. It was the. My favorite is Captain Cold and Firestorm. Firestorm A, maybe. Maybe you mean the first Firestorm. What is Arthur Darvill? That's the name of the actor. Here he is. He was in Doctor Who. Rip Hunter. Rip Hunter was the best character, and then after him, it is White Canary, and after her, honestly, it's Mick Rory. I fucking love Mick Rory. The fact that I interviewed him has nothing to do with that, but yeah. Ryan O'Toole. The only DCU movies I've liked are Man of Steel, good man, Wonder Woman, Shazam, and Birds of Prey. The rest are meh and really bad. How dare you not enjoy Aquaman, Ryan? No, I'm kidding. But yeah. So you do like the majority, like Man of Steel, Wonder Woman, Shazam, Birds of Prey, and then Aquaman, Wonder Woman 1984, and Suicide Squad. Those are it, right? Like 7 movies. Yeah. Have you guys seen Prison Break? The first season is amazing. I did a long time ago, never finished it. I think I saw the first 3 seasons, either 2 or first 3 seasons. Zach, have you ever seen it?
First season, yes. After that, no.
All right. Do you think Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans will return to the MCU down the road? Yes, down the road, yes. I don't think they'll come back like Iron Man comes back to life. No, I think there are special cameos, maybe flashbacks of some sort. Maybe they come back to the second season of What If to voice their characters in animated form. But I don't see them coming back like fully on. Maybe they do come back to life, but it's for a one-off thing. I don't think they come back and stay on. How about you, Zach?
I think Downey will be an AI system in Ironheart or Armor Wars. Depending on which one comes first, I think we'll see an AI system of that nature. And again, with you, I wouldn't be shocked if 10 15 years down the road, we get Robert Downey Jr. back.
Wow.
Chris Evans, though, I think he's in Winter Soldier and Falcon. Small cameo, like the smallest thing in the world, as an older Steve Rogers. That's
I can see that. I can see that.
Chris Evans, again, I wouldn't be shocked if 8 years down the road, 10 years down the road, we get them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
are you of the opinion that watching a film with subtitles hinders you from experiencing the film? This is regarding English-speaking films only. No, look, I've always had subtitles on from a very young age because my first language is not English. So to learn English in the first place, I needed to have subtitles on. And there's this thing called, Zach, I don't know if I'm going to blow your mind. There's this thing called peripheral vision. And you can see to your sides around you. You don't have like tunnel vision. And so watching a movie with subtitles, you can perfectly look, if you get a shitty seat at the cinema and you have subtitles, of course, it's going to be complicated. But if you have a good seat, you can look at subtitles and still watch the rest of the movie, or watch the rest of the movie and be able to read the subtitles perfectly. So
I have two questions for you real fast.
Yeah.
So in theaters in Portugal, when they play like Interstellar Avengers, what language is it in?
It's in English with subtitles. The only things we dub are animated movies, and even then we have the option of at least in the first week. Yeah, in the animated.
So like, you want to go see Toy Story 4 out there? Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
I could see it in English or Portuguese. In fact, there are movies. This is not like Brazil, Spain. They dub everything. Like, we had movies like the Harry Potters, at least the first ones, because eventually they stopped doing it for some reason. But I was a kid, and I watched the Harry Potters dubbed, the first 3. And even the Raimi Spider-Man movies, they dubbed the first one. And then I was like, yay, I want to see the second Spider-Man movie in Portuguese. And it was in Portuguese, which is okay. The dubs are available on the Blu-ray, so I have it. But no, generally, we just sub most of the things.
See, that's the category I'm in. I don't think dubbing works. Animated's different.
Animated is
live action. Dubbing can look like shit. The first Raid is the biggest thing I can ever say. If you want to see terrible dubbing, watch the first Raid film. But that's my thing. Like, for people who always like, oh, you gotta read subtitles, you probably watch subtitles at home. Like, you completely, like, I remember when I took my grandma to see Parasite, she's not opposed to subtitles, but I was like, and she's like, after the first 5 minutes, you forget they're there. It just feels like you're reading and understanding. It's really unique how your brain works that way. Yeah.
Dominican Scott, am I the only one here who loves the first Suicide Squad movie? You're probably not the only one, but you are in the minority. And I'm in the minority in a lot of things, so it's okay. Movie reviews by JT. What is your most anticipated movie of 2021? Mine is A Quiet Place Part 2. We both have lists, Zach, correct? You have your list for most. So those are up on both our channels. You can just, in fact, it's my latest video before
it's one of my latest videos too.
Yeah, because I haven't uploaded because there's been nothing to review since that. So yeah, the last video I put up before this was my most anticipated movies for 2021. Do you know my parents thought the movie Soul was called that because the jazz he played is called Soul? Yeah, it is called Soul music. Then he dies, they got shocked. That's cool. That's a cool experience to have. Zach, favorite Cobra Kai season?
3. The newest one.
All right. Do you guys love the Nick's joke in Soul? I did. I thought it was really
fucking funny.
Ryan O'Toole, Whiplash will always be a film I recommend to people who aren't movie nerds to see, and Parasite. Those are two very, very good recommendations for non-movie nerds. I enjoy all DCU, but my 2 least favorites are Justice League by Joss and Aquaman. That movie has great effects and can be fun. It's a story for me that is just fine, and I need it to be that long. How dare you? It's perfectly... No, I'm kidding. No, yeah, but you're not the first one to tell me that Aquaman and Justice League are your least favorites, are like the ones you care for the least. So you're not in the minority on that. Morbius has a great score. The trailer probably has a great score to it. Unless you've seen Morbius and we don't know about it. Ryan asking if Morbius is still a thing. Apparently, we were just like you. My favorite DCU movies are Man of Steel. Yes. Batman v Superman: The Ultimate Cut is a masterpiece. You agree with that statement, don't you, Zach?
Yes. Man is still better though.
Goodfellas or Taxi Driver? For me, it's Taxi Driver because the protagonist is more likable. That and the whole movie in general is better. Taxi Driver for me too. That's the best Martin Scorsese movie for me as well. Apologies to The Wolf of Wall Street. No shame to it, Zach. Taxi Driver is fucking phenomenal. But between Goodfellas and Taxi Driver, what do you prefer?
Goodfellas. I grew up with that film.
That's disturbing. All right.
All right, Casino and Goodfellas when I was like fucking 5.
Jesus. Do you think Morbius should be set in Tobey Maguire's universe and Venom should be set in Andrew Garfield's? I think Morbius should be set in the Venom universe and they shouldn't be set in either of those Spider-Man's universe. But if I were to guess, I think they will be in Raimi's, Tobey Maguire's universe. How about you, Zach?
Both? Because Venom can't be. We already have Venom.
Wait, so you think
I'm just going off what you said. Did you say that Venom would be in Raimi's too?
Yes, I think Morbius and Venom would be in Raimi's universe.
No, I'm gonna go with Joe. I'm with you. I think they're gonna be separate. Like I think Venom is separate with Morbius. But if they are gonna go that direction, Morbius will be in Tobey's and Venom's will be in Garfield's. Because Garfield never had a Venom in his world.
Mm-hmm. All right. Stuart Keating, after watching some films, I realize my memory sucks. People quote scenes from films that I have seen, some more than once, but I can never recall them. Are you good at recalling scenes, dialogue? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It really depends on the film or if I haven't seen a film in some time. Because I may love a movie, I may love a quote, and I keep on watching that film. And then for a while, I stop watching it, and then people will say something, and I'm more the type of person that kind of, I recognize that, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Most of the time when I don't remember, when I can't say something belongs to X movie or Y movie, I'm usually like, I know that from somewhere, and I'm also one of those people that starts, I'm thinking about it, and I won't stop thinking about it until I know the answer. How about you, Zach?
Goes back and forth. Depends on the film. Like, if I watch a movie, like, if you ask me to quote something, I can quote, like, small things. But, like, if I watch a movie like Wolf of Wall Street, I can quote that word for word when I'm watching it.
Yeah. I rewatched the entire first season of Game of Thrones because I want this show to sit with me. That's a good question. I just got a HBO. Thanks to Bruno, who just sent a super chat sticker. Thank you so much, Bruno, who sent it all the way from the room next to mine. Why is it not allowing me to? What is going on? What is? Oh, hang on. Oh, this isn't bringing up the
Give it
thing.
a second to load.
Okay. Anyway, thank you. Regardless,
stream doesn't let you do the popcorn thingy.
Oh, okay. Okay, so thank you, Bruna. Wait, but it's not letting me put anything else up for some reason.
Yeah, it won't let you because it doesn't act like it's there.
Oh, okay. So I'm sorry to.
Oh, it's just me now.
Oh, it's here. Okay, so it's here. Bruno sent a sticker from all the way the room next to mine. So thank you so much. And now I lost myself. But we're already Taxi Driver after watching some films, quotes, thing. Ryan O'Toole, Inside Llewyn Davis or No Country for Old Men, Zach?
No Country for Old Men.
All right, wrong answer.
Their best film. Oh, come on. It's the best film they've made.
No, that's The Big Lebowski.
No. Top 5, but not number 1.
Are you doing a 90s tournament with other YouTubers? No, I'm not. You are?
No.
I was not invited to that party, so don't count on it.
Is.
Yeah. Joe Fletcher, which are you most excited for? Cobra Kai season 4, Umbrella Academy season 3, or Stranger Things season 4? This is easy for me, so I'm gonna let you start.
Like excitement?
Yeah.
I gotta say Umbrella, even though I love Stranger Things and Cobra Kai. I gotta say Umbrella, and the only reason I'm saying that is because Stranger Things nearly ended perfectly with season 3. So I'm not hesitant, but I'm a little pessimistic with the next season. Don't get me wrong, when it comes out, I'm gonna fucking shit my pants. But yeah.
For me, it's easy. It's Umbrella Academy season 3. I don't watch Cobra Kai. I've always liked Stranger Things, but I never loved it. So yeah, that's the one I'm most excited for. This year I watched Underwater 2020 for the first time. Decent horror film. It was definitely like the first alien movie, but taking place underwater. Yeah, I felt exactly the same way. Decent film, fun to watch in the theater. It's not too long, which is a good thing. I'm always afraid of that. But yeah. GKOBP, have you guys seen the Small X miniseries by Steve McQueen? I might watch them yet. I watched the first 2 episodes, the first 2 films at LFF. The last few weeks I eventually caught up. Mangrove is the best one. Lover's Rock is really great. Red, White, and Blue with John Boyega is fan-fucking-tastic. Which one? Then Education is the last one, and I thought that one was just okay. There's nothing particularly bad about that one. It's just that I didn't connect personally to that story. And then I'm forgetting one of them. I know there's another one, but I'm forgetting what it is about. Have you seen it, Zach, while I look it up?
I've seen the 3. Lover's Rock, Mangrove, and Red, White, and Blue. Lover's Rock is my favorite one, though.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it. But I want to go back and rewatch Mangrove and Red, White, and Blue. Because when I watched those ones, I had like other things going on in the day. So like I was kind of like distracted like mentally. Where like Lover's Rock, I was like very engaged. So I want to go back and rewatch the other ones. But yeah.
The one I was forgetting was Alex Whittle, which is one I thought was really good as well. Mainly performances. It was another one of those that the story didn't quite elevate it for me, but the performances really did. The story was solid, consistent, and then the performances took it up. Other than Matthew Vaughn, who do you want to direct the next X-Men movie in the MCU? That's a good question. Who would I want directing an X-Men movie in the MCU?
I got someone, but he won't do it.
Well, who is it?
Del Toro. I want to see Del Toro watch an X-Men
film. That's
film.
An odd choice, but I like it.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, man, I'd love to see Del Toro do some fucking X-Men movie.
Yeah, that like came out of nowhere, Zach, but I like it.
when I read the question, that was the first thing that popped in my head was, Del Toro.
Who do I want directing? Christopher McQuarrie would be good because he can clearly handle a team movie.
He'd kill it.
I started playing Spider-Man Miles Morales. Definitely a good game. I just passed that. Where are we?
Next one's Rhino Tool. What's wrong with John Watts doing Fantastic Four?
Oh yeah. Nothing. We're all for it. I don't think
not everyone is. Not everyone is. There's a lot of people.
I'm saying here in this show.
So let me put it this way. I think the people who have a problem with it is they wanted someone new. And I get that because when they announced John Watts, I was like, oh, okay. I'm not over the moon excited about it, but at the same time, let's do it. Let's let him have it. Let's see him.
Yeah, I'm with you. What celebrities do you follow on Instagram? You're gonna be surprised by this, but not a lot.
Yeah, I don't follow a lot. If they're not gonna follow me, why should I follow them?
Exactly.
Is that your same mentality? Because that's the same fucking thing
Like on Twitter, I have more people following me than I have than people I follow. I follow Jon Favreau, Margot Robbie, Guillermo del Toro, The Rock. That's it.
I think I follow The Rock, the Foo Fighters, Zachary Levi. I probably follow a couple others, but those are the ones that are off the top of my head.
Yeah, those are the ones, I guess, because they're not. Yeah, there isn't anyone else like that I look at, and there's celebrity. Yeah.
And I see some things about Shang-Chi. Yes, I know they already wrapped production. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Shang-Chi wrapped production in Australia.
It was a theoretical thing for that last question.
In Australia, mate. Can you tell one thing the Arrowverse has that Marvel Netflix don't, and vice versa?
I can tell you one thing: not good scripts.
How dare you? That's a good question. Arrowverse doesn't have
good scripts.
No, it does have great scripts. Arrowverse in general doesn't have a huge budget for production because they're always in the same warehouse and in the same street. So that's one that they don't have. One thing that they have that Marvel doesn't. Marvel still doesn't have a vigilante. I want Marvel, the MCU. Marvel Net. You're just talking about Marvel Netflix. So forget about it. I'm keeping the one thing that Arrowverse doesn't have. And that's a huge production quality. Marvel Netflix really didn't make their one like superhero, and that is Iron Fist, work. While Arrowverse had Flash announced, and everyone was like, "Oh, they're doing a Flash show. What the fuck?" And then it's the most popular show they have.
I have something else to throw in.
Mm-hmm.
The Defenders was garbage. That crossover was not great.
I like the Defenders, but I see what you mean.
I liked it too, but it was not great. It's honestly like from where it should have been, with the Daredevil creators coming to do it, and that like. It was trashed compared to. It's fine. It's just they should have teamed up in that first episode. That it should have either been a movie or it should have been longer, because by the time it ended, I was like, oh,
yeah,
that's it.
Did you see the article that most Power Rangers seasons are going to leave Netflix? That's just said. It is said, but it's only for the States.
Yeah.
If you're in the UK, it's funny because the day The Office left Netflix over there, Zach, on the 31st.
It went to you, right?
We already had it on Amazon Prime here. But now we have it on Amazon Prime, on Netflix, and on Sky. We have it on 3 streaming services, just like that, which is really, really funny.
I'm dead.
Last question. What do you think will happen if they do the Avengers versus X-Men? One of two things will happen. It will either be a tie, which is the most likely scenario, or the Avengers will win. How about you, Zach?
I don't see him ever doing it.
Yeah, I actually don't see them ever doing it either. But if
we'll get a fight, between them, but it's like, it's a lot more. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a Civil War too. I think that's actually more.
As long as it's not like in the comics, because
no, the comics are terrible. But you know what I mean. Like they're gonna end up doing.
I know what you mean.
Like I think it'll be, let's see, Captain Marvel and Doctor Strange. I think that's who it would be between.
Right now, to watch Parasite, Train to Busan, and City of God, which is a film in my language, with subtitles, and I absolutely love them. WandaVision in a few days, baby. It's true. Are you excited, Zach?
Yeah, but I'm kind of sad that they said they're doing 2 episodes the first night. I really don't want to stay up for an hour. Other than like each week. I really like the each week thing, man.
Yeah, me too. Thoughts on every week we have a Disney Plus show and Disney Plus MCU. It's awesome. It's awesome, dude. Bring it on. How about
you know what? I love it because now I have content every week.
Same. I haven't done a video ever since my most anticipated because there's nothing to review. Do you guys think Doctor Strange has an end credit scene with Wanda in the final episode? That's a good question because we talked about the possibility of Doctor Strange having a cameo, but I never considered specifically it being either on the show or a post-credit scene. I would guess on the show, but it's a good possibility to bring up, Ryan. How about you, Zach?
So I can't, because I know I messaged you, Ren, told you the villain got leaked out.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say about that. I think the villain shows up in the very end, and I think that is the villain for Doctor Strange too, as well. I think Doctor Strange does show up at the very, very last episode. The very, very last episode. Like, I mean, end credits scene type thing. But also, I'm going to stay after the credits for each episode because it's Marvel.
Yeah.
And you never know. So I'm excited. But from what I've understood, the show, each episode will be 30 minutes to the last two. And then the last two are like hour longs.
Yeah.
So.
What do we got? Lots of good conversations going in the comments, everyone.
What do you think, Ren? 3 more really good questions?
All right, 3 more really good questions. This one is about a quote. Guess the film this quote is from. Why the fuck do I want a caravan that's got nothing, that's got no fucking wheels? That's Snatch, dude. That's Snatch.
Yeah.
3 more great questions, my friends. 3 more great questions. Oh, we got lots. Hang on. Let me see if there's a good one here. Okay, this is good because I educated you, Zach, so I can educate Ryan and everyone watching. Thoughts on Christian Bale as Gar the God Butcher? Very unfamiliar with this character from the comics. Look up the Jason Aaron run of the Mighty Thor. It's from issues 1 to 25 or 26, I believe. It's 4 volumes. All 4 volumes are on Amazon. I sent them to Zach, so Zach can send them to you. Fantastic run. I don't see a way of them, no pun intended, butchering this character. Super excited. I've been calling it from the beginning before they officially announced it that he was going to be Gore the God Butcher.
So how much CGI? That's still my one thing I want to know.
I think he's going to look human. I think he's going to do motion capture, so he's going to have a lot of dots and whatnot. And then they're going to change his features.
God, how the fuck did they get Christian Bale?
Because it's Taika Waititi, mate.
I also got to ask you, do you honest to God, Ren, do you think one and done?
I think so. So. Not because of Bale, but really because of the character. There's no point in keeping this character alive for him to come back and then die.
And is this a character that you think could come off comedic?
The fact that he's called Gore the God Butcher, no.
That's why I'm asking you.
Because that's the thing. Because they could do a comedic take on the character, but they wouldn't announce him as Gore the God Butcher. They would announce him as Gore. You know?
Someone said, I saw a theory that since they're bringing back Lady Sif, she's going to die.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Do you think there's anyone big who dies in this?
Big? Because beyond Thor and Valkyrie, there's really no one else big, as far as we know in the film.
So, because we know Portman, it's the main 3 characters, Portman, Tessa, and Hemsworth. And I know they said they weren't doing the cancer storyline, but then Portman was like, "No, I'm doing the cancer storyline."
Yeah. Nah, she doesn't die. That's for sure. She doesn't die.
Do you think she becomes the next Thor, though?
I think we can have 2 Thors.
But do you think like she actually continues?
I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. And I said this before, I'll say it again. I don't like the story in the comics, so I'm not excited for her.
Yeah, I love the storyline. So
yeah, no, it's I don't like derivative characters. I don't like Ironheart because we already have Iron Man. I don't like Jane Thor because we already have Thor. I don't like derivative characters.
I trust Taika though, man. I trust Taika.
Me too. I'm not saying I'm not going to enjoy this film. I just can't be excited going into it because I don't like the story in the comics. But I like the story that Gore the God Butcher comes from. So you know.
Yeah.
Two more. Where are we? Come on, guys. Two more really, really, really good questions. We are awaiting your questions, gentlemen. I would say ladies, but there's only one lady here, so gentlemen and lady. Starting to get hot in here. Because I have this light on top of my face. All right, everyone. Two more questions. Let's take this one out. Two more questions and we'll be done for today. Okay, come on.
Questions are hard to come by, man.
Yeah. Okay, this is good. Zach, when are you coming to visit us in the UK?
That's a great question. I don't know when COVID's gone, man.
Yeah, when
I want to come to the UK. When are you guys coming to America? Actually, don't come right now because it's terrible.
It's not inspiring much confidence.
Like come when it's nice. Both of you come when it's nice, peaceful. There's no pandemic. Disneyland's open.
Oh yeah, never been to those Disneylands. You only have one. The other is Disney World, so forget what I just said.
Disneyland's better. Disneyland's better.
I've been to Disneyland Paris. Okay, I'll answer this one really quick. Zach, Kanye West doesn't do the type of music that I like, so it's easy. It's Zach. This is a good one as the penultimate question. What is your favorite actor from the old ages, like from the black and whites? Do you have one, Zach? I have
Chaplin. Dude, I love Chaplin so much, man.
Humphrey Bogart for me.
That's a good pick too. I like Ryan's too. I like Ryan's last question as well.
Did Kylo kill Grogu? No, he didn't.
No,
he did
there's
not.
no way. There's no way Jon Favreau's like, I'm gonna make Kylo even more hated.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Grogu, if he's not back next season, he'll be back the season after that.
Yeah.
Probably able to talk now with a lightsaber. Dude, can you imagine if Mando's like, they're on Mandalore, it's getting sieged, they're getting attacked, and all of a sudden you just see Grogu just fly down, just fucking rip apart ships and with his lightsaber. Okay, what color lightsaber will Grogu have?
Green. It's gotta be green. Come on.
I think they're gonna go different. I think
it's green.
Fucking red. Watch him dual wield a little lightsaber.
All right, let's finish in this one. Do you know any profound life quotes? I know one that is the one that I got tattooed on my arms. Why do we fall? Every time you're feeling down, look in the mirror and ask yourself that question.
I have one.
Other quotes that are coming to mind are just things that I have with me for when I write, because I'm fully into writing the novel that we talked about in the last episode, Zach. So I got those with me as I write to be the lessons that I take with me. So besides why do we fall, I really don't have any other ones at the moment that apply like to life. I have more stuff that applies to writing. How about you? What do you have?
Okay, so mine's actually from Deadpool. It's life is an endless series of train wrecks with only brief commercial-like breaks of happiness.
That's
good.
Dude,
People say Deadpool's not a smart film. Fuck you. That first one is so smart.
Yeah.
I love that quote. And then I also like this. When life ends up breathtakingly fucked, you can generally trace it back to one big bad decision, the one that sent you down the road to Schittsburg.
Yeah. That's cool too. All right, let's take one more. That is Stuart Keaton. Do you and Zach have any questions for us? Yes. Why are you guys so cool? That's the question I want answered.
That's a great question.
Thank you, everyone, for being here on the first edition of the year. We got 52, 51 more episodes to go until the end of 2021. Let's hope it gets better. To everyone in the States, stay safe. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for Zach. I'm rooting for everyone over there who isn't a fucking moron.
Yep, pretty much.
So thank you so much. You guys really are cool. You really are
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Oh,
Breaking news.
Oh shit.
Damien Chazelle's Hollywood period epic Babylon is now set to open December 25th, 2022 in limited release via Paramount. The film will go wide. Yep, the film will go wide on January 6, 2023. Brad Pitt stars with Margot Robbie, also in talks for the role.
Damn, I just had that movie in my 2021 most anticipated list.
See, I had it, and I took it out. I'm like, there's no way this film makes it.
But you told me it was coming out this year. That's why
it was supposed to, and then it dropped.
God damn it, Zachary Pope.
It's getting pushed back due to Emma Stone's dropping out of Babylon due to scheduling reasons. Yeah.
And because she's going to be in Spider-Man 3. Yes, we know. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining us. Zach, what do you have coming up and where can people find you?
So today I have my Cyberpunk video essay coming out, which I hope you guys will really go check out because I spent like way too long on that damn video, but I love it. I also do have my Sundance most anticipated films that I'm doing because tickets go up today. So I'll probably have that video out by at least Sunday, maybe tomorrow. It just kind of depends because today's my one day off and I kind of maybe want to relax today. If I do, then that means I'll just put it up later this week. But go get your Sundance tickets. Go get your Sundance tickets. There's not a lot of big films this year, but there's looks to be a lot of cool ones. And indie films are always the best films.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. And you guys can find me at Ren Geekness. All my links are in the description. Go check out the t-shirts at Redbubble and TeePublic if you haven't yet. Support the channel. Support myself. And all my links are in the description. All of Zach's links are in the description. I don't know what I have coming up next, honestly, because there's not much new stuff here. But there's a possibility of some MCU related content coming to the channel earlier than
Ren's finally gonna rank it.
No, I'm not gonna rank it. I don't enjoy doing rankings.
I want you to.
But I don't enjoy doing them.
But I don't enjoy you. JK.
Well.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
No, but there's a possibility of a certain MCU related review thing coming out before it goes wide to the public. So maybe fingers crossed, stay tuned for that. All right, everyone. Till the next one.
Seductive. I'm in your ears.
Yes, you are. Until the next episode, love each other
And fuck the movies.